Hey Jim, here's the video from our last lesson. You've made some great progress. We're on the right road here. The thing that we did before was help the club not go so far to the inside. And the one on the left is before, and the one on the right is after. The one on the left, even though the club doesn't go so far to the the inside, you made some big progress there. The club now doesn't work so far to the inside. It does now work back more staying outside your hands, which is the idea. The only thing is that you've kind of done it more by lifting your arms. So instead of that being a wrist cock, it'd be more of a lifting of your arms. And remember, whenever your arms lift, it's difficult for your back and chest and shoulders to turn. If they did turn, they turn on too flat of an angle. The one here on the right that I worked with you, on the way back, the hands stay more in on that red line, on the plane. And you can see your left arm is much more up against your chest. So you're actually turning your back, chest, and shoulders, and the wrists are cocking. Now, when the wrists cock the right way, the face tends to get more open. And again, remember the big issue for yours was that the face was very closed because your wrists would bend. And that's sent the club to the inside. Even though you have started out better here on the left, the wrists eventually do bend and the shaft gets back to the inside too much. So right here on more of a flatter angle. Whereas the one on the left is flat, the one on the right much more up above the plane, maybe even a little steeper, but the faces have changed a lot. The face on the left still facing the ground a little bit, the one on the right facing off to the right. So much more open. And again, that's the key issue for us, to get the face much more open to help you hit higher, not as far left. Because, again, your path on the way down, Jim, was actually pretty good. You definitely came down more from the inside. But you can see the face there is pretty shut. So even though the path's pretty good, the ball would tend to go left on you unless you did something at impact to hold it off. So it's kind of tough for you to actually, keep that consistent, because underneath a little bit of heat, a little pressure, it's going to go left on you. So that also caused, since there was more of an arm lift, it had the look of it being very short. It's not really that short. It's just that there's not any wrist cock there, okay? And the face is facing the sky on the left. Over here on the right, you're able to turn because your wrists have cocked now. And you see what I did there? They kind of showed you where your wrist would bow and bend. That had the face closed. If your wrist cocked, it'd be more open. Bowing it, more closed. Cocking, more open. So again, it may feel like the left wrist has a little bit of a cup in it. It doesn't really have that much of a cup. It just may feel that way to you because of where you've been. So here I'm turning and cocking your wrist. Face is much more open. That allows you to get the club all the way to there, which to us would be fine. Okay, I'm just trying to get the face more open by adding more wrist cock and getting you to turn your back and chest and shoulders. So the picture on the left, obviously, face is facing the sky. The one on the right, the face is facing off to the right and the toe is very much down, which is our idea. Getting the toe to be more down. And again, exaggeration, but that's what we want. And here the toe is pointing off to the right and the face is very closed. So roughly, we're about 90 degrees off of where we want to be. 90. Better than it was before, but still a bit off. So, on the way down, your path is always going to be pretty good, but I got to get the face more in position where you take it back more like that. Feels a little odd. So, after you worked on it a little bit more, here's the result. On the way back, hands don't go so far away from the plane, so you're actually cocking your wrist more versus lifting your arms and bending your wrist. So much improvement there. Again, a little bit behind you, but watch as we get further back here. That's much more up right there than it was over here. About the same place as far as where your hands are. One on the left is flatter, face is more closed. One on the right is more upright, above and parallel to the plane. But your wrists are cocked there more, so look where you are at the top. More wrist cock. Face is more open. No wrist cock, more wrist bend. Face is very shut. So, we've gone from being pretty shut without much wrist cock, and the reason why it's shut is the wrists haven't cocked very much, to working this way. So again, we've improved it roughly about 45 degrees, which is great. That's much more improvement. We want to keep going that way, okay? But the thing that you said, Brad, I can't believe how far back I've taken it. I never thought I could ever get there. The reason why you couldn't get there, Jim, was all in your grip and all in your wrist action, okay? Those two things are the keys for us. So what I want you to do is keep on working on getting the wrist to cock up as your back and chest turn, all right? And again, it may feel like the back of your left hand is cupped. You can see there that back of your left hand is nowhere near in a cup position. It's pretty flat. But it may feel cupped to you because of where you bend. Over here, it's definitely bowed. It's bowing there. There's no wrist cock there. So I want you to keep going that way. Probably want to follow up here in about another week or two. And like I said, we're on the right road. We're going to keep on going down that road to get that club face where you've got it right there on the right. And eventually, it's going to actually look a lot more like the one I do with you, which is this one. So what you need from me right now is me to do a lot of these with you to help you get that sensation, and pretty soon that will be your move. Wrists are cocked up, club shaft is more above, maybe a little steeper than the original plane, which is fine for us, but the key there is wrists are cocked and the face is open, which allows you to get the club all the way to the top like this. Did a great job, man. We're on the right road. I'll see you again soon. Thanks.